The Saintess became a prisoner of the Goblin army. She had to give birth to 7 goblins every day. However, under such a cycle, she not only gradually became afraid of the goblins, but also helped the goblins to develop the tribe. As soon as I captured the Saintess in Rotter, I began to avenge the Saintess. Then I cut her with a knife. The Saintess knelt on the ground and begged me for mercy, but I still didn't let her go. I even let Rotter look around. Looking at the Saintess, trembling all over, I pinched her neck and whispered in her ear. The lesson had just begun. You have to hold on to me. Next, let your Rotter take a good look. How did you kill me? I'll let the goblins kill you. After that, I threw the Saintess to the goblins. Let her experience the pain of killing herself. 2 days later, the Saintess was tied up next to her like a goblin, with scars all over her body. The Queen of Spirits on one side was very shocked. She was so angry that she couldn't get close to humans. She was angry that they were worse than us. At least we still have fruit. Rudder heard their conversation and came back. I heard that she said she was going to avenge humans. It should be. Speaking of doing something, she is the most special goblin I have ever seen. She doesn't even have that much strength. Speaking of this, the Queen showed her face. She even wanted to conquer me again. Sitting here, the scout came to report that the second-generation goblin who went hunting came back. What surprised me is that they came back 2.5 hours earlier than usual today. This surprised me a lot. Just when the goblin ran to me to report the situation today, I gave him an identification number. Now the goblin is already leveled 33. I didn't expect the goblin's attack to be so fast. Plus all kinds of attributes, this is almost catching up with me. Speaking of which, I asked what happened to the goblin at the time. Could it be that the hunt failed? However, the goblin said that all the demons nearby were killed by them. Now they can only go to the west side of the forest. I didn't expect that I met several public goblins over there. They were actually slaughtering the nearby goblin tribes, so the goblin and others came back to report first. I heard that I asked which tribe was on the west side at the time. The goblin continued to say that those may be bloodthirsty tribes. It's all public goblins inside. When they went to find the demons and teens before, they found several tribes attacked. They all left bloodstains. I also laughed. I thought that if I could catch them, I would create a 3rd generation of stronger goblins for the tribe. Then the odds of defeating the human clan will be increased. And the Lord Air Searcher who heard our conversation next to me suddenly laughed and laughed at me. You are dead and still dreaming. Even if there is a powerful goblin, it is the defeat of the knights. Wait and see. The thought was suddenly hit. I was very angry. I arranged the guards on the spot. I didn't take care of the goblin who was in the Saintess's place. I just wanted to break his spirit. Although the Lord Air Searcher is a ferocious beast, but the human skin is tender and tender. It is not easy for this group of old people to act rashly. Harazi, the Lord Air Searcher, shouted in the eyes of Yifreya. Finally, after 2.5 hours, the Lord Air Searcher died. The Lord Air Searcher fell to the ground. At night, the tribe was having a feast. A large group of goblins laughed and laughed. Galga was dancing to celebrate the birth of a new generation. At this time, I said to these 2 people that we were about to attack the bloodthirsty tribe and capture its leader. Now it's time for the tribe to have a domineering name. After thinking for 2.5 seconds, I decided to call it the Sky Tribe, and in the future, it will become the master of this swamp forest. After hearing this, a group of goblins shouted that the boss is 50,000 years. The Sky Tribe is 50,000 years. But the Lord Air Searcher was worried. After all, they eliminated so many goblins. Their strength is even more powerful. But I said that I was confident in dealing with them. At the same time, the Saintess was silent. It seems to be waiting for some time, because she still has a card that hasn't come out. The next day, I led the tribe's team to sneak into the bloodthirsty tribe. I want to see how powerful the boss of the bloodthirsty tribe is. I only saw the bloodthirsty tribe in front of me charging in purple. There are indeed a lot of goblins, and their leader is a true hero. The level is even up to level 50, but it's not easy to catch him alive. Judging by the physique of these guys, the toxin might have a very limited impact on them. Since numbness and toxin can't work on him, the imprisonment spell that the Saintess used on me should work. I thought about it and went back to the tribe. At this time, the Saintess was tortured into a human. Her spirit had reached the brink of collapse. She kept grumbling, "Kill me. I atoned in front of the Lord." When I saw this, I asked the goblin to bring a pot of hot water to wipe the wound on her body. But when the saintess saw the tree, tears came out of her eyes. "No, don't come over. You devil. I'm going crazy. I'm in pain." Thanks to her crazy scream, I gave her a slap to wake her up. Then I threw her into my arms. "The punishment for you has ended, Yifrieya." The saintess heard this and cried bitterly. "Really?" I gently touched her chin and said, "I keep my word, but the premise is you have to choose your faith." "What faith?" When I heard the saintess's words, I gave her two choices: to choose to believe in God or to choose to believe in me. Be my only master. Get rid of the pain of day and night. After the saintess was silent for 2.5 minutes, then she licked my hand. I was very satisfied with this scene. "Very good. Yifrieya, from now on, I'm your only master. Just call you a Pete." The saintess knelt in front of me. So I hugged her up and went to the hotel. I cleaned her wounds and closed my eyes and said, "You're so nice to me. Yifrieya is willing to give everything." When I heard this, I bit my tongue. "Really, Yifrieya? That's a coincidence. Yifrieya, I want to see you use the skill Holy Light Dragon." The saintess was a little confused. "Holy Light Dragon? What is the master?" Then I took the skill book I got from the Queen of Spirits and gave it to her. After checking it, the saintess thought of the Holy Light Dragon. The next second, a Holy Light Dragon appeared in front of me. I was very satisfied with the scene. That's right, Yifrieya is good. Then I took her to the Iron Gate of Rotter. Rotter saw the saintess come back and shouted excitedly, "Yifrieya almost killed that goblin. Use magic to restore my body." When I heard this, I laughed at him. "Didn't you see it? He's willing to turn his head to me." "Impossible. She's the daughter of the Holy Order. How could he be revived by goblin?" However he should have said this, the saintess knelt in front of me like a dog. She rubbed my forehead with her head. "Yifrieya, tell him, are you voluntary?" So in order to thank Rotter for telling me this important situation, I asked the goblin to entertain him well. "All right, now it's time to do business. Come with me to Yifrieya. Let's take down the Bloodcliff tribe." At the same time, the Bloodcliff tribe, their leader, is encouraging the goblins to attack my tribe. But when they were about to set off, a goblin next to me pointed out a goblin broke into the tribe. Pointing to see your leader, he looked at me. He thought I was a low-level goblin.
But I didn't say anything. I'm the leader of the Sky Tribe. I'm going to take your leader away. I'll give you two choices for the rest of the people. Is it obedient to me or die here? Your genes are good. Come with me. The leader of the Bloodcliff tribe, Wen Yan, laughed out loud. He grabbed my head with a slap. He told me to get up. What a fool. I didn't expect you to come to me. When I kill you all the spirits and humans are mine. As soon as this word came out, the other goblins shouted with Gaga, "Boss, kill him! Kill him!" Sure enough, it's a waste of time for you. If you don't want to be angry, you don't have to do this. Saying that, I cut off his arm in the blink of an eye at the Bloodcliff. The Bloodcliff was in pain and kept screaming on the ground. At the same time, all the Bloodcliff goblins got on board. Hundreds of goblins turned to me at the same time, but I didn't panic at all. The calm Tai Chi shouted with his right hand, "Come out." In the next second, a large number of Bloodcliff goblins were stabbed into Sichuan, and then I went straight to the next door. It turns out that this is the unique skill of our Sky Tribe. In addition, I launched a progressive skill to reduce the impact of the surrounding atmosphere. Not many Bloodcliff goblins were exposed. For a large number of goblin warriors who suddenly appeared, the leader of the Bloodcliff was shocked. Until now, he knew that he had been shot. It turned out that I suddenly came out to negotiate. It was to let him relax his vigilance. After that, all the attention of the goblins was on me. So I ignored the goblins hiding around. But the Bloodcliff didn't panic at all. Because as long as he wants to escape, he thought no one could stop him. Obviously, the goblins can't use the light shield, but at the next moment, he understood. He only saw the saintess leaning on my lap like a puppy. Euphulia, you're such a good dog. Did you become stronger after being blackened? You made a contribution this time. I'll give you a reward when I get back. As for you, being my hero princess, after returning to the tribe, I cut off all his hands and feet. Let him move constantly. I'm finally done. There's no threat at this time. Gabuye. The task of artificial shock is to let the other goblins go. You just have to keep an eye on it. I'll do as you say. When I hear Gabuye's words, I throw the saintess away. She's already left for you. Euphulia, you have to be obedient. Leah, help me dress up later. I'm going to meet a friend. Because of Rodrana's arrogance, the reinforcements of the human race should soon arrive at the Light Town. With your current strength, you can still fight the knights, but if you encounter the saintess of the sword, you will die. It will take some time to cultivate the hero goblin, so I have to find a helper to hold the saintess of the sword. So I stared at the purple dragon. After preparing the sword face for them, Mei Yihui's dragon turned into a mosquito. The blood star flew to me, and I hid in the tribe of the prey. The dragon caught the prey. I'll be back soon. But as soon as I entered the cave, I was found by the other party. There's something strange in the food. I think I recognize you. You are the goblin who attacked the Light Town that day. Why did you sneak into my territory? Believe it or not, I'll eat you. I saw that the other party was going to do it. I was in a hurry to open my mouth. Wait a minute. I have a cooperation to talk about this time. It's rare. The little goblin actually wants to talk to me about cooperation. For the sake of your help, tell me if you want me to be satisfied. I can choose not to eat you. Just when I found the purple dragon mother to seek cooperation, I want her to go against the saintess of the sword. Although the purple dragon mother agreed to cooperate with me, but she saw my wisdom was so high. So the more I look, the more I like it. Get ready to give me a little reward. Does this make me cold-blooded? This mortal female dragon is really... My little body can't carry your huge body. The purple dragon mother said a word. Just let me choose a female dragon of their tribe to take me back. Because I'm a high-intelligent goblin, the gene is definitely weak. That's why the purple dragon mother met me. By the way, I solved the problem of the continuation of the tribe. In the end, I chose a dragon to go back to the Great Plains. Originally, the goblins of the ruling empire, when they saw me coming down from the dragon, they all cried out to the boss. Lordle is full of fear. He seriously suspects I'm not a goblin. He's never seen a goblin as high intelligent and powerful as I am. I'm praying for the knights to come and save him. At the same time, the knights of the Kingdom of Light are finally here. The sword is in the hand of the sword. Time is running out. The next step is to set up a rescue plan as soon as possible. Back to me. I restarted the life simulator again. I chose to speed up time for a month. As I grew older again, my level has reached level 5. All attributes have also been greatly enhanced. It was at this time that the goblins suddenly rushed in. The anxious of anxiety. It's happening. The newborn goblins are all dead. I followed the goblins to the Great Plains. Sure enough, I saw a drop of goblin dupe droppings. This shocked me. I asked the Queen of the Elves from where it came. The Queen said she didn't know either. At present, there are only 3 goblins left in 3 generations, but it's also very weak. When this flower came out, the next to it was the laughing goblin genius. Brainless goblin genius. I also dream of cultivating a strong offspring. This flower caught my attention. No way, you have to finish it before you can use it again. Drink some of your dragon blood. Come to me again. As soon as this word came out, the mother dragon went straight to those goblins, and I took the opportunity to leave. I left everything to the goblins. It's almost night. The goblins who drink the dragon blood have all been purified. This made me not only sad, but also proud of the legendary dragon power. Although the strength is enough, the equipment is still not enough, so I exchanged 100 elements of the mother dragon from the mall. Because I didn't know the power of the weapon, I used Lordle as my experimental target. At the same time, the magical forest girl and the knights were quietly writing. A female knight complained with a straight face. There are some low-grade demons around here. It makes them not interested. I should have followed the saintess to guard the tower.
The Manatong said that the mother dragon frequently disturbed the saintess.
The scientists inadvertently consider the chance for the goblins to step on the bow. Leave it to me. It doesn't cost too much. What's there to be afraid of? However, Captain Aki told them not to be careless. There seems to be a situation ahead. He always feels that there is a hidden force approaching him. At the next moment, a goblin appeared in front of everyone. The terrifying momentum of the goblins is spreading throughout the city. There are 4 hands on the back. Everyone was shocked. It turns out to be a hero-type goblin. Look, this is the leader. They didn't expect to find me so smoothly. That's great. It seems that this big mission has been completed. This time the credit is all mine. Just treat it as the captain greeting everyone. The knight behind me called the squad leader. Squad leader, you have killed a lot of goblins along the way. But this time the credit should be given to me. The large number of goblins in my hand is the best. It's the first time to kill a hero. Squad leader was helpless and shot the knight. Then the heavy knight went back. He was ready to kill the goblin in one shot. Die, dirty, ugly goblin. You don't deserve to appear in this world. After saying that, he threw the long hair directly at the goblin. As a result, he was caught by Gobutian. Alone, at the next moment, Gobutian put his head forward. At the same time, the long hair flew towards the knight like a meteor. Everyone urgently opened the multiple defense barriers to hold on. Damn it, I didn't expect him to have such a strong power. He almost pierced the barrier with brute force. The arrow hit the archer's big sister. The attack was launched at the same time. Since the opponent is powerful, he didn't have to go deep. The long attack killed him. The sound was not recorded. The archer's big sister was pierced by a hand. It turns out that is not only one goblin, there is also an assassin-type goblin. Squad leader was panicked. He called for a formation to stabilize the team, and he surrounded the rest of the long-distance team in the middle. At this time, the mage girl was doing a lot to make the squad leader happy. At the moment when she turned around, a group of goblins stood in front of her, and almost all of them have black hair. The red knights look like heroes. Oh my god, how can there be so many goblin heroes in a forest? Enough. Please save us. 2.5 seconds later, the whole knights were taken down. The black goblin smiled and said, "These humans are all them, especially this big sister. It looks delicious. However, goblins are born to break the world. These are all the strategies of the tribe. The boss said that if he met a human, he would take him back. It's all because you love people, and he let them run away." Goblin Tian Wenyan was angry. "You don't have a strategy. Why? We killed so many humans. We are strong enough. From now on, we have to protect our own strategies." The other goblin brothers also followed. "Big brother, he is right. Now our tribe should follow our words. Big brother, you are the strongest goblin. We listen to you." Gobo Tian Wenyan saw that he was trapped in the city. Soon, Gobo Tian Wenyan led the captured humans back to the tribe. The surrounding goblins shouted out, "Heroes are too powerful. They caught several human knights at once." A large number of goblins shouted out, "Gobo Tian Wenyan and Gobo Tian Wenyan." The elf queen next to him was worried. "Now this situation, are you sure you can control them?" At the next moment, Gobo Tian Wenyan mentioned a human. He was about to open his wings. He thought this was his treasure. "The sword hit me slowly forward, let Gobo Tian Wenyan let go of the human, because this human has very important information." However, Gobo Tian Wenyan is full of weapons. "Sister, if you want this human, exchange it with your woman. The eyes are blue. Gobo Tian Wenyan gave you a chance. Take Gobo Tian Wenyan down. I can let you go." Gobo Tian Wenyan shouted out loudly, "Gobo Tian Wenyan won't listen to you. Gobo Tian Wenyan is our new boss. We're going to kill you today." As the boss of the whole tribe, he fell into the abyss. Gobo Tian Wenyan suddenly held his head. Then he hugged Qin directly. The other goblins were shocked. At that moment, the golden tiger was born. "Gobo Tian Wenyan, you actually listened to the leader?" At this time, Gobo Tian Wenyan opened his mouth. He said that since he was promoted, he seems to know a lot.
I'm different from these arrogant guys. I respect you, but I also have absolute faith in you. Aren't you the leader who defeated the old one? And you became the new leader? So I'm challenging you now. I took a look at Gobel Tian Wenyan's attribute face. I didn't expect that this kid's overall strength happy. As I said, the flame began to emerge from my palm. The next flame spread all over the body. But do you decide to challenge me? As soon as this word came out, 2 goblins followed Gobel Tian Wenyan. They were talking nonsense. Gobel Tian Wenyan killed him. Let him see who was the boss. Kill him. Grab all the women. When I heard this, I laughed coldly. It seemed that the goblin who is willing to follow you is not in the hand tree. But before I start, I have to confirm it again. Hero Lord Goblin, if you want to continue to follow me, stand on my side immediately. Otherwise, you will be killed. After 2.5 minutes, most of the goblins are behind me. Only the 2 just called goblins are still behind the Goblin King. It seems that I am more unbearable. Only a few goblins are willing to follow you. The Goblin King doesn't care. It means that he is different from them. He only chooses to pursue power. He said that he often came back to me, but I was blocked by me. Backhand strike with the magic of flame. Because the speed is too fast, the Goblin King had to use his body to resist. What's surprising me is that the Goblin King broke through the fireball. The long knife in his hand hit my head directly. With the sound of a bang, his dog knife was caught by me with one hand. The Goblin King's face was covered with blood. A very powerful knife. Goblin King, you are a bit surprising to me. It's a pity that your opponent is me. After saying that, I took out my other hand. In an instant, his 2 eyes were shot. The defeated Goblin King was willing to die on the ground. At this time, the Goblin King who was chasing the Goblin King, kneeling on the ground and walking crazily. Looking at this group of useless people, I was disappointed with them. But the Goblin King's anger made me appreciate it. So I asked the Saintess to use the healing spell on the Goblin King. Stand up, Goblin King. You have backbone. As long as you continue to be loyal to me, I won't kill you. But I can't let go of these guys. Goblin King, save them all for me. In the name of the leader. Thank you for your unkindness. Leave these guys to me. From today on, I, the Goblin King, am willing to follow you forever. After the Goblin King killed these traitors, I shouted to the other goblins. Children, swallow those rebellious goblins. The boss made you stronger. The goblins heard it and shouted, Long live the old father. Lying on the ground, the leader Zhang Xing's cold sweat. Lord, what the heck are you doing? He's not an ordinary mutant. He's a monster that even the Empire is afraid of. This is what I did to Lord. I didn't let you see it as a good show. I'm so sorry. But Lord, you're afraid of this kind of trash to save you? You are too naive. Lord Wenyan's teeth biting. It's all because of the Saintess. He only hides in the town as a turtle. It's true that he underestimates you. But don't be too right. Wait for the Saintess to solve the purple eye more. He will take the other royal knights. Cut out this strange. Listen to the leader's words. I sat in front of him and answered, You don't really think the dragon tribe I went to harass the light town myself? But I'm relieved to hear that. It seems that the dragon mother is also very smooth. The words come out, the leader is lying. It turns out that the whole night group in the light town have been turned into a group of women. It's killing. The intelligence you want, you've gotten. Give me a quick shot. If you end up like Lord, I'd rather die quickly. I hope you can do it. Seeing that he is so brave, I nodded and agreed to his request. At the same time, the Saintess, he knew that the night group had entered the dream. After only one person came back, he was shocked. Immediately came to the Shangyi, asking him what the heck is going on. Thank you, Lord. We met a group of heroes in Qingjie. Hurry up and save the leader. Be careful. They are very unusual. After saying that heavy knights were directly cut off, the great knight's sword hit the dark turn.
I'm going to kill that group of heroes. But it was hidden by the saintess.
Because the disturbance of the dragon tribe is getting more and more frequent, they will fall into a trap at any time. There will even be a group of goblins. Just rely on his own strength to resist. You send a group of people to capture the light town. At that time, he will fall in person. The group of goblins and the golden dragon. The great knight Wenyan is still in place, but the silver team. He didn't finish his words and was interrupted by the women on the side. Do you think they might still be alive? At this time, a voice suddenly interrupted him. Saintess, of course, you don't have to move the soldiers. It's not surprising that the so-called soldiers must be defeated and the silver team died in the heat of battle. Save people and kill them. He showed his true face. At that time, I was alone in front of 4 Titan warriors. Now, even if I deal with a group of hero-type goblins, they can't hurt me either. You just wait for the good news. Just when I opened the 4th devil, but the result is not ideal. Although I subdued a few enemies, but the tribe was badly damaged. Seeing this result, I decided to take the initiative. Avoid the great loss of the tribe. But before the action, I have to figure out the origin of this person. So I found Rodrich. And I learned from him, Tashimofu has defeated several Titan warriors, and Titan warriors are strong enough to defeat 4 or 5 devils, so you're all going to be finished. You're just waiting to be drawn in. When I heard this, I got up. It seems that it's still a small matter. It's better to send someone to test it for me first. Thinking of this, at the same time, Tashimofu finally arrived in the forest, and just after he entered, I heard a cry. So he followed the cry. I found a blonde girl crying on the ground. He looked up. I found that it was the saintess Ifuleya. At this time, the saintess also asked him for help. I still have a mission to do. It turns out that he's a desperate knight, and the professional skill is isolated. Can get 30% attribute bonus. Kill an enemy every time. Get 20% attribute bonus. No top tier add-ons. Continue until the battle is over. This makes him very happy. God bless me. No one can hold me back now. Affect my desperate effect. But he hasn't run out yet. 2 miles away, wait for him to get up. I saw the saintess run away slowly. At this time, the saintess used a move directly. Saint Light Strike. Tashimofu's angry kiss. Euphylea, what are you doing? The saintess is cold. I wanted to seduce you with a beauty machine. While she is breathing. Since you don't know the truth, then I will kill you as the master ordered. Say, Dad. He is another Saint Light impact. With the golden light, suddenly there was a purple smoke. With a big hand suddenly caught the sound. What kind of magic did a bitch hit? How dare you hurt me? In that case, I don't have to hold back. Tashimofu stretched out his tongue greedily. On the saint's neck, you don't think I only like to kill demons, do you? I'm also very interested in peeling off the skin of a woman like you. This is a good chance for me to stack passive. As soon as the words came out, Tashimofu froze at the spot. I don't know when I appeared behind him and took his weapon. No wonder you dare to come to me alone. Your professional attributes and equipment are really good. If you sneak up on your opponent and stack up passive, my tribe may have serious injuries. At this time, Tashimofu was like a dire enemy. He didn't expect a low level like me. Goblin can hide in front of him in an instant. Then the next second, he was even more angry because the saintess was running towards me slowly, kneeling in front of me like a puppy, begging me to touch him. You, this guy, for the sake of life, you dare to give the low-level goblin a hard time. When I heard this, I laughed coldly. So what? He's a true hero. But you let me down a bit. I thought it was a powerful character. It turned out to be just a pervert who likes to assassinate passively. I felt that Tashimofu, who was underestimated, was alive. Although I don't know how you know my attributes, but against such a low-level goblin like you, even if I don't use any passive skills, I can still send you to hell. After saying that, he held his dagger and launched an attack.
As a result, he stopped his foot in the next second, just because there was a strong voice behind me. I want to see who will go down to see the sun first. As I talked to Loxia, the little dragon behind immediately sprayed hot flames. At the next moment, Tashimofu's screaming enjoyed the whole magical forest. 2.5 hours later, I took my brothers back to the tribe. Then I threw a burned body in front of Lord All. This is the moment when you said that there was nothing you couldn't do. Lord All was full of fear, a feeling of despair in his heart. Another one died. To protect the justice of the people sent one by one. Instead, it became a breeding ground for goblins. What kind of bullshit is this? I'm afraid he's the same as you. At this time, I didn't care about Lord All's power. Instead, I gave Tashimofu to the Goblin Fan. Goblin Fan, this prey is for you to eat first. Eat the rest for others. Because evolving into a rare species needs to rely on talent and genes, choosing Goblin Fan is a priority, because he's the most potential one. His skills are good, and he's a good pervert, but he's a good master. I'm starting to look forward to the existence of rare species. As for the Sword God, I used the system to check the people he could use. Only 3 knights. Now the silver wings has fallen into my hands. Once the news of Tashimofu's defeat is sent back, I'm sure I can see the spirit of the Saintess. In order to save the situation, what does he have to do? Now is the best time to use the simulation system to investigate the future. I thought about it, and I started the simulation again. But the result of this time was beyond my expectations. After learning about the next plan of the Sword Goddess, I immediately asked the Goblin Fan to gather all the goblins. Tomorrow I'm going to take them to do something big. At the same time, after the Sword Goddess saw the corpse of Tashimofu, immediately realized that this was not easy. First, eliminate the failure of Goblin G205. In addition to the frequent harassment of the Dragon Tribe, this must be the conspiracy of the Sword Goddess and the Goblin. Use the reputation of the Light Formation as a restriction. One is to be trapped here. He knows he can't sit and wait. So he immediately gathered all of the team members. Depart for Wangzhou to seek help. But when the knights came to the bridge, they found that the whole bridge was cut off. Tashimofu realized that someone was doing it on purpose. Asked the team leader if he wanted to go around. The team leader refused, because this is mostly to attract us to go around. Fortunately, half of the way was ambushed by the city. The bridge destroyed them. They must be impossible to come here. This is the safest place. Build a bridge in the same place? Cross the bridge before dark. 2.5 hours later, the bridge was finally repaired. But when they all came to the middle of the bridge, it suddenly became dark in the sky. The team leader looked up, immediately realized that it was not good. Suddenly, a dragon appeared on their heads. When I saw the team leader standing on the dragon, the atmosphere was not good. Sure enough, these goblins and dragons got used to it. You are a disgusting goblin. I'm going to kill you. When I heard this, I thought, look down coldly. You guys are pretty quick-witted, but you don't choose to go around. Instead, build a bridge in place. Are you afraid I will ambush you on the other side? The sound of words just
To be as strong as I was. But seeing this scene, I can't help but laugh. It seems that you, the team leader, are also like this. Saying that, I took out the element dragon from my arms, then I jumped off the back of the dragon. Guys, time is limited. Before the Saintess arrived, the knights were resolved. 2.5 minutes later, only the team leader was struggling. But with my crazy pressure of the command pillar, he also completely surrendered. At the time of his death, he looked at the enemy not far away. There was regret in his eyes. Sorry, I underestimated these goblins after all. At this time, the goblins were surprised. Boss, look at my new weapon. This guy's axe is really good. However, I didn't take it back. Instead, I ordered the goblins to hurry up and swallow these corpses. Before the Saintess came, finally reached the end of the bridge.
but everything in front of her made her eyes wide open. She only saw a few dead bodies lying on the ground not far away. The team leader, "Sorry, I'm late. I will definitely avenge you." The saintess looked at the dragon armor next to her eyes. The saintess asked, "This is the dragon tribe working with the goblins?" Bin Wenyan said he saw this group of goblins. There's a goblin that can heal the dragon. He must be the leader. It was he who instigated the dragon to burn the bridge. The team leader, they must have been killed by the goblins and let the dragon flame burn clean. Saintess, you must kill them. The saintess was surprised when she heard it. No wonder there is only a small area here that has been burned by the dragon flame. The rest of the bones seem to have been eaten by the goblins. Didn't the dragon tribe come a lot? Thinking of this, she suddenly felt like she was struck by lightning. She immediately realized that this was the fall of the dragon. She turned around and went back to light. But when she returned to light, what she saw was a body. And she was also standing in a pile of corpses. Her eyes gradually lost their light. She shouted, "This is not true. This must not be true. I must be dreaming, right? This is a child who fell on his father's corpse and cried." The saintess wanted to comfort him, but she was slapped by the child and he yelled at him, "You get out of here. You pretend to protect us so hard every day. The goblins are coming, but you are gone. You are a bad person. You are a liar. Who wants you to apologize? You can't protect us. What kind of saintess are you? We don't need you. The light doesn't need people like you to protect us." Listening to the curses of the survivors, the saintess was struck by lightning. She was bleeding in the next second, and the purple dragon mother who saw this scene in the sky was very satisfied. That Lin Tane really did it. Without a face-to-face confrontation, he could turn the human race into a losing dog. He completely broke her heart. I'm really looking forward to meeting Lin Tane.